Why was he here? Mother of schoolgirl, surprise sexed by a small boat migrant, demands to know why he was allowed into Britain despite 11 previous convictions. I can tell you why, love. I can definitely tell you why. It's related to what I was talking about on my live stream yesterday. Coincidentally, it segues nicely into another big story I've seen in the last 24 hours, and I can tell you the answer to that one as well. This was in The Observer 2 days ago. Thousands to lose the right to trial by jury in drive to fix court logjam. The court minister is proposing a new intermediate court to speed up delays caused partly by an increase in diddler cases. So, they're linked, aren't they? They're linked. Neatly done, globalist sociopaths. They let in millions of unvetted men, many of them with criminal records, knowing that they're going to drag little girls down alleys and at best leave them with a severe limp and at worst possibly end them. And they do this on purpose because then you, or not people that watch this channel, but the general public, will be daft enough to go, oh, you know what, we need more CCTV. We need more CCTV. Even though the people that monitor the CCTV will fine you for dropping a tab end on the floor, or littering, or being mildly impolite to a copper, and they'll use the CCTV for evidence, or, dare I say, use it to catch you for putting a politely worded sticker on a lamppost and giving you 3 years in prison for it. But what will they do when they see a bloke who looks like Idris Elba doing a bit of surprise sexing? What do you think they'll do then? Well, they'll turn the camera off, won't they? Yeah, of course they will. And as for the jury trials, where they go the way of the dodo, and you don't get a jury trial, you just get 2 activist judges, how do you think that's going to go for you? Do you think my African alter ego, Matty Ngwankbo, is going to be treated the same as I am by 2 activist judges, professional activists who've been trained since childhood that the criminals are actually victims of colonialism and patriarchy? How do you think that's going to go, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I'll tell you how it's going to go. But before I read you the stories, I'll tell you how it's going to go. It's going to go about as well as a children's birthday party if Rolf Harris and Gary Glitter have been booked to do the entertainment. Okay, the first story. This is a beauty. Thousands are going to lose the right to trial by jury. Who needs jury trials? They're old-fashioned, aren't they? We don't like them. Get rid of the past. The future is where it's at. A future being navigated by brain-dead communist sociopaths. Thousands of defendants in England and Wales will lose the right to a jury trial under government plans to tackle the court's backlog. Sarah Sackman, the courts minister, told The Observer the proposal for a new intermediate court involving a judge and 2 magistrates, rather than 12 members of the public, was an idea whose time has come. She said it was absolutely shocking that some diddler victims are being told their case will not be heard until 2029 because of delays in the system, and she'll do whatever it takes to speed up the delivery of justice. Haha, did you get that? Yeah, brilliant. Justice, stripping you of an ancient right to be tried by a jury of your peers, is justice. Apparently, justice, yeah. Just like the justice whereby Lucy Conley gets locked up for 3 years for quips on Twitter, but disgusting, violent, sexual, deviant foreigners who touch your kids inappropriately in the local swimming baths get a warning and a £50 fine. Justice. The state's obligation is to deliver a fair trial. Timeliness is an inherent essential ingredient of fairness, and when those delays reach the level that they have reached today, it's detrimental to the quality of justice we are delivering to the public. So therefore, no more jury trials, 2 magistrates and an activist judge, 2 Guardian-reading purple-haired magistrates and a pill-popping sex pest judge, reared on a diet of BBC opinion pieces and soy milk. They will just do all of the judging, and they'll definitely treat you fairly. The phrase, "do not piss in my face and tell me it's raining," was invented for this. They are stripping you of an ancient right to be tried by your peers, stripping you of it, forcing you to be judged by 3 individual deviant sex pests and installed by the likes of Tony Blair precisely because of their political opinions, right? The same people who turned a blind eye to 25 years of child abuse because of the colour of the perpetrator's skin and the warped ideology that directs them to do so. And they're telling you It's to deliver justice in a timely fashion. In a timely fashion. Why is this big bent-nosed relative rattler not in prison then? What do you mean timely fashion? Seems like breaking a policewoman's nose in the middle of an airport should be something that get dealt with in a timely fashion. Oh, okay, sorry. If your parents share the exact same DNA, you don't have to do it in a timely fashion. Got you. Anyway, let's move on to the next story that I'm going to attempt to read you, but it's on the Daily Mail website. So I think I'm going to have to screen clip it because the sheer volume of advertisements on the Daily Mail website are staggering. So, in fact, I'm not even going to link it in the comments. You'll just have to take my word for it because I refuse to encourage people to click on links to a website that's basically impossible to read. Have a word with yourselves, Daily Mail. So why was he here? Mother of schoolgirl diddled by small boat migrant demands to know why he was allowed into Britain despite 11 previous convictions. Yes, wouldn't we like to know the answer to that question? The offender, named Amin Abidi Mofrad. Brilliant. Try saying that after 6 pints of Stella. He was found guilty of obviously surprise sexing a 15-year-old girl on her way home from an under-18s nightclub. So it was a child's event at the club. This man is filth. This was a premeditated kiddie fiddling. This is unbelievable. The Iranian national, the filthy, slithering, oxygen thief, human toilet, walking, sloshing portaloo of a man. The Iranian national told the girl she could be his sex doll before dragging her into an alley and giving her the good news. Mofrad arrived to the UK on a small boat in 2023. And he's from Iran and they're not at war with anyone. Get rid of him, throw him back in the sea, nobody cares. This one is deviant, put it back where it belongs. He had 11 previous convictions in Deutschland for violent assaults and ABH between 2014 and 2019. The victim's mother claimed the Home Office is also responsible for the attack. Yeah, the Home Office is responsible for the attack. Now her daughter carries a pain and trauma no child should ever know. There he is. Fire up old Sparky boys, 20,000 volts through his plums will fix this problem very simply. No need for any, excessive paperwork. Again, as it's sunk in, it's on purpose. It's on purpose. The Home Office knew Salman Abedi's parents were full-blown holy warriors and they still invited them in. They knew that their kids would end up doing something like blowing up a load of kids. They knew for a fact a couple like that would raise full-throated snack bar enthusiasts. They knew it, and they let them in anyway. They knew he'd been arrested 10 times in Germany. 11. I don't want to cut short his laundry list of achievements. And they let him in anyway because the pure evil. The French didn't have the right of it. We need to think of clever, ingenious ways to string it out a little bit. Honestly, French cutting implements. I don't know what I can say on this channel. Large French cutting implements that require the introduction of a politician's neck to them. It's too good for them. It's too good for these treasonous dogs. They literally have sacrificed hundreds of thousands of children on the altar of political correctness. And it's all part of a nefarious plan. It's not just to be politically correct. I don't believe it. It's part of a nefarious globalist plan. They want you to be terrified, so you embrace the state. I'm scared. Protect me. Build more CCTV cameras. Govern me harder, Daddy. That's why they're doing it. That's why they let this vermin into the country to jump the bones of your children. Okay? You know it. I know it. So what do? Well, you get very, 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 very angry. That's what you do. Say no to everything they want to do. If the government tells you it's a good idea, it's a bad idea. You don't even need to know what the policy is. I'm not just talking about CCTV cameras at this point. I'm talking about everything. Everything. If a British politician tells you this is a good idea, do the opposite. Do the opposite. At this point, if Keir Starmer told me not to nail my ball sack to the kitchen table for the purposes of my own sexual gratification, I would do it. I would gleefully drive a 9-inch nail through my own knacker sack. That's how much I don't trust the scum that lord it over us. So that's me for the day. Jury trials are going away, CCTV's improving and increasing, and it's just to watch you and not Iranians with 11 previous convictions. Don't need CCTV if you know he's got 11 previous convictions, but he's still in. So ask yourself why. Is the CCTV for him? Or is the CCTV for you? Answers on a postcard, ladies and gentlemen. If you are thick as shit, that was hypothetical. I don't want a postcard off you, all right? You probably can't operate a desktop PC, so you're not watching this anyway, but I appreciate everybody else for watching. Thanks very much. See you all tomorrow. Toodle pip. Cheers.